Yeah, good debate this. Joining us live is the Deputy Opposition Leader, Ted O'Brien. Ted, good to see you bright and early on this Wednesday morning. So will the opposition support this ban?
Well, let's wait to see the regulations tabled, Pete, before we draw any conclusions. But there's no doubt that it is absolutely of paramount importance that Australian children are protected. It's why the Coalition took the lead on this very issue in the last term of government and forced the hand of the Labor government in its first term. What I find curious, though, is Labor went to the election saying that YouTube was excluded. They were silent on the possibility that it would be brought in. Now, after an election, they decide to bring it in. And so let's wait and see what they table. The E-Safety Commissioner's advice needs to be scrutinised. I think there's still some questions that need to be answered as to its veracity. And then we'll be drawing our conclusion. But safety first, kids first.
There's a lot of questions about it, and I just spoke to Trevor Long about that as well. I mean, what reservations might you have about it, Ted, this morning?
Well, again, we've just got to see the regulations before we draw any conclusions, Pete. I think the question.
Do you think it could be effective? Do you think it would be effective, or do you think there'd be easy workarounds for kids just to set up phony accounts with fake dates of birth?
Oh, look, at the end of the day, I'm not a tech expert, Pete, to be honest with you. And you never, ever, as a dad, you never underestimate the intelligence of your children. There's no doubt about that. However, again, the E-Safety Commissioner's advice, there's been some questions asked as to, whether that was based on thorough research or just a survey. And then you do have that layer of technological assessment that needs to be done. So as an opposition, we've got to do our job, and that is to scrutinise whatever the government puts forward. But again, I make the point, they failed to tell the Australian people about this before the election.
Well, let's try this. As a father, I mean, how comfortable are you with kids under the age of 16 being on YouTube, Ted?
Well, I've got 3 kids, Pete. They're all under 16. And to be honest, I'm awfully confident, and they look at YouTube all the time. I say that, though, knowing that they have parental supervision, knowing that they go to a school that is also has a lot of supervision. Not every household is the same, I acknowledge that, and you should be basing public policy on your own personal household.
Sure, and I think that's a good point, and others have made this as well, that perhaps the onus should be on parents, not so much on the tech giants. That's one criticism this morning. We've got a bit to get to this morning. I do want to ask you about, Ted. I mean, you've had this major news out of the UK today. It's going to declare a state of Palestine at the UN in September if a truce can't be reached. Should Australia do the same?
Pete, no, it shouldn't. I mean, what the UK does and says is a matter for the UK, and I don't want to buy into that debate. But I would be strongly urging the Prime Minister not to follow suit. There has been a long-standing bipartisan position in this country in support of a two-state solution, of Israel and a future Palestinian state coexisting as part of a lasting peace. But it is not for Australia, before there is any negotiation between the relevant parties, to be recognising a Palestinian state. There needs to be peace. There needs to be respect and acknowledgement of Israel's sovereignty, its right to exist in a very peaceful and secure set of borders. And Hamas, a terrorist organisation, should have no role to play in any future Palestinian state. That's our position. Yeah, the Prime Minister has already said that, he's not going to do that yet. Do you suspect he'll hold firm on that? Because there'll no doubt be pressure mounting up until the General Assembly in September. Well, look, Pete, nobody has accused Anthony Albanese ever of being strong. And so will he cave in? You think he'll change his mind? Who knows? Oh, look, he might. I mean, he's changed his mind on nearly everything since the election. When it comes to issues of national security, he is quite a weak man. And so, look, who knows, Pete? It's anyone's guess. All right, let's close out this morning, Ted. Big data out today, quarterly CPI. This will confirm a rate cut or not when the RBA next meets. What are your thoughts ahead of that today? Well, there's no doubt that people are looking for a rate cut, Pete, since Labor came to office. the average mortgage holder is paying an additional $1,900 every single month in additional interest payments. $1,900 every single month. Why? Because the Albanese government is on a spending spree. They just keep spending money, spending money. As a result, the prices of everything go up. Electricity, gas, insurance, all up between 34 and 35%. So the Australian household is still in recession. They feel the pain. He's hoping that there's some good results today and that might trigger a move by the RBA.
All right. Just a final note, it's just a quick one here, Ted. Do you have any concerns? This is back to the YouTube ban. Do you have any concerns? We know how close these tech giants are with Donald Trump. Do you have any concerns that this could be used against us in the trade war, in the tariff stoush at the moment?
Oh, look, if you're asking me to sort of double guess the position of the President of the United States, Pete, it's a big question to be asking me. But I think, look, the US, we totally oppose what they are doing when it comes to the tariffs in Australia. Again, I'm just bewildered as to why our so-called leader, our Prime Minister, has yet to meet the President face to face. I mean, it's nearly 270 days or something, and he still doesn't meet him. And this is the absence of leadership counts. As for whether or not, this particular measure might impact the position of the President, Pete, I'll leave wiser minds than mine to draw any conclusions.
OK, let that one through to the keeper. Ted O'Brien, appreciate it. Thank you.